Good morning, all my friends. I'm Auntie Kara, but this video is not for kids. This is another edition of Book Reviews for grown-ups who love fairy tales. Today, we are going to be talking about The Ghost's Call by Casey Adams. And this is a really fun little horror book. It's kind of a cozy horror. It's not too scary, but it does have a mystery element to it, which I really like. It follows a mom and daughter team. The mom is Neve and the daughter is Eddie. And Neve has been a ghost hunter for her entire adult life, but has experienced quite a bit of trauma, quite a bit of failed relationships, and a lot of hardship through ghost hunting. So her daughter, Eddie, also has similar powers where she can see ghosts, and there's kind of a hint that there's some witches in their lineage, but Neve is very adamant that her daughter not take up ghost hunting, and Eddie is very adamant that she does. So you have a lot of that push and pull, the mother trying to protect the daughter from the world, but also wanting to honor who she is, and the struggle to provide your children with independence even when you worry it might get them hurt. So in that way, if you have been a mother or a daughter, it is a very relatable story. I really enjoyed the characterization in this story. I really enjoyed throughout the story, there's kind of a revealing where Neve's best friend already knows what's up with all the ghosts and everything, but her son is really good friends and maybe more with Eddie. And during the course of the story, he finds out. And instead of doing the typical, like, ugh, I can't stand this, how are you lying to me, you're crazy, kind of a reaction that we're used to seeing, he very much leans in and tries to support her and help her. The story also takes place in the UK, so there's a lot of stuff. I think that they might be high school-ish age, even though they say college in the story, but my understanding is that the school system works different at different ages over in Ireland and Scotland and England than it does here in Canada or America. So there is a lot of that high school drama of Edie's kind of like the goth punk kind of a girl, and the more popular, aha kind of girls don't really like her, and they really like her best friend who hangs out with her and is kind of starting to fall for her. So there's a lot of that, and trying to, lean into her powers without becoming the town freak. I don't want to give you too much from this book because there is quite a bit of mystery. There's an influx of ghosts that suddenly appear, and they kind of have to figure out where they came from and what that all means, as well as saving some very close friends in the process. So I'm just going to give you a couple passages from the beginning because I don't want to spoil anything. That being said, the writing style is very accessible. I read it very quickly, and it is just a cozy, fun kind of a story. I wouldn't say it, blew my socks off or anything like that, but it was entertaining, and it was nice to spend time in that world for a little while. All right, let's find. All right, here it is. "Mum, is that?" Eddie began, but she couldn't finish her sentence. She knew what it was, we all did, but she was in shock. She'd never seen anything like it. Heck, neither had I, and I'd been around for more than 20 years longer. I descended the ladder and followed Tilly to the window. There was an eerie fogginess about the drizzly day, but that wasn't what had our attention. We were used to the soggy gray autumnal weather. There was no other kind unless it decided to lie to us and pretend it was still summer for a couple of days. What we weren't used to was seeing dozens of ghosts floating over the houses. If we hadn't been in a house at the top of the hill, we may never have noticed them. But oh, we had. We craned our necks to get a better view. There were so many ghosts, they almost covered the clouds. Where could that many have come from? Was it related to the earthquake? Had the souls been trapped and been freed by something? Well, there were a lot of them. I couldn't make out what they looked like or what they were wearing. They were a sea of blurry white figures, made worse by the crappy weather. Nearby, dogs howled and cats meowed, trying to alert their owners to threats they couldn't see and would never understand. Poor things. They thought they were helping. Their owners thought they were barking at thin air. Echoes of their owners shouting at them in unison traveled through the air. "But that's not normal, is it?" said Edie, looking at me. She bent down to pick up Tilly, who was still barking like she was trying to warn us. She was our little Westie warning system. But in this case, we couldn't do anything to change what she was warning us about. It wasn't like there was a ghost floating toward us or someone at the front door with a parcel. This was a sea of ghosts as far as we could see. I suppressed a shudder and put my arm around my daughter. No, it definitely isn't. All right. So that's the first passage. I'm just going to give you a little taste of the first chapter that was in the prologue. "But Mom..." "No," I said, instantly feeling like the worst and most hypocritical parent ever. I had started ghost hunting when I was younger than Eddie was, but there I was, telling her she couldn't do it. I was trying to protect her and give her the childhood I'd missed out on. Not that she seemed to want that. She'd realized I was right when she was old. She'd realize I was right when she was older, wouldn't she? Eddie harumphed. "You said I could when I was older. I'm 17 now. How much older do I have to get before you'll let me ghost hunt?" 117? "Don't you think someone should be looking into what happened the other day? It was weird, and you know it. Plus, I know this stuff. It's not like I'm going in blind." I sighed. This isn't the glamorous, exciting job everyone thinks it is. The weird behavior of cats and dogs the day before was all over the local paper. Conspiracy theorists had jumped on it. Some had even been right and blamed ghosts. But of course, nobody would ever believe them. All right, and that's where I'm going to leave you. Please check out this book. It was really fun. Another one I got from a Stuff Your Kindle event that I wasn't expecting to love as much as I did. I would probably give it 3.7 to 4 out of 5, just because it was a lot of fun. So, if you read it, or if you do read it, please leave me a comment below. I love to hear from you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to see more, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.